Hey there, grammar wizards! Today we're going to meet the noun. And in today's class, we're going to talk about what is a noun, different types of nouns. I'll give you some rules and hacks to help you identify nouns in a sentence. Quiz number 4, solutions to quiz number 3, and the shout out for the fastest 5 correct entries. So let's get going. Hey, this is Chetna and you're watching ChetChat. And today is day 4 of our 21-day English speaking course. And we're going to talk about nouns. Now, these classes are independent, so you can continue to watch this even if you haven't watched any of our previous classes. Though I highly recommend that you go back and watch class 1 to 3. And I'm happy to say that this course is entirely free for you. But just in case you want some additional help or guidance, or you want your quiz to be personally marked by me, then you can join our exclusive ChetChatters Members Club by pressing the join button, which is right next to the subscribe button. And now, let's meet the noun. So you're wondering what I'm doing. We're playing a game of I Spy. Now in this game, we're both going to look around our spaces and try to see what we can spy. It's my turn first. I spy a camera, I spy a tripod, a pile of cushions, a bunch of flowers, trees, some clouds, and a mic. Okay, it's your turn. Pause the video now and write down 10 things that you can see right now. Now look at your list. Chances are they're all nouns. It could be a glass of milk, it could be mother, it could be some children, a TV or a laptop. These are all nouns. A noun is a naming word. It could be the name of a person, a place, maybe a living being like an animal or a bird, or even a non-living thing like an object, or even an idea. Now the noun is the most common part of a sentence, and sometimes there could be one or even more than one nouns in a sentence. Let's understand this better by taking a look at an example. This is Jerry. He is from America. He is a mouse. Jerry has a squeaky voice. Now quickly try to identify the nouns in each one of these sentences, and the clue here is there could be more than one noun in a sentence, and put them down as a comment below this video. And now I'm going to give you some rules or techniques, tests or hacks to identify the nouns in the sentence. So Jerry is the name of an animal. It's a specific name of this particular animal. America is the name of a place. Mouse is also the name of an animal. In the fourth sentence, both Jerry and voice are nouns. Voice is a thing. It's also an idea. The reason we put idea into the list because these are things that you cannot touch, feel or pick up. These are intangible things. Notice I did not pick the he or the this because these are pronouns and we'll discuss them in another class later on. Rule number 2. Whenever you get a sentence, look at the action and ask yourself a question, what, who or where? And the answer to that usually will be the noun. Let's take a few examples. The squirrels finished the entire basket of nuts. Who finished the entire basket of nuts? The squirrels. What did the squirrels finish? The nuts. Where were the nuts kept? In the basket. So in this sentence, squirrels, basket and nuts are all nouns. See how there can be multiple nouns in a sentence? And let's go back to the sentence of Jerry has a squeaky voice. Who has a squeaky voice? Jerry. What does Jerry have? A voice. Squeaky is just a description of that voice. Now in class number 3, when we discussed sentences, we said that if you ask this question who or what, the answer to that will be the subject in the sentence. And the subject is usually a noun. So the same rule applies when you ask the question who or what or even where. The answer to that question would be typically the noun in that sentence. Let's take some more examples so we are sure about this rule. The Eiffel Tower is in Paris. What is in Paris? The Eiffel Tower. Where is the Eiffel Tower? In Paris. Both Eiffel Tower and Paris are nouns. And hack number 3, of course, is that you can always use that I spy technique that we tried at the beginning of the video. Now notice the Eiffel Tower and Paris and America and Jerry were all written with capital letters. These are called proper nouns. Nouns can be of two types, proper nouns and common nouns. Proper nouns are specific names of specific people or places. For example, Jerry is the name of this particular mouse. Not all mice are called Jerry. So a proper noun is the name of a specific person and therefore it's always written with a capital letter first. A common noun is the name of a generic category of things. For example, a mouse is a common noun. Similarly, country would be a common noun because there are different countries. There are 200 plus countries in the world. So a common noun is the name of a place or a person, but it's more generic. And a proper noun is a specific name of a particular person or place. Let's take some examples. She ate an apple. Now, you know here that apple refers to a fruit and there are several different types of apples and apple is a common noun. Now, apple, notice, is with a small a. But if you say she has an Apple phone or she works for Apple and here you notice that the A is capital, you will realize that here we're talking about the company called Apple and that's why it's with capital A. The beetle is crawling in the garden is an insect and it's a common noun because there are several of these insects which are called beetle. But the beetle is on the road is referring to a particular type of car from Volkswagen which is named the beetle and therefore it will be with a capital B. Let's grab my Monopoly board. This is a house and this is a hotel. These are common nouns. All of them are hotels, so it's quite common. Nothing unique about the particular hotel. But Trafalgar Square is a proper noun since it is a specific place in London and hence it is written in capital letters. And notice how both the T and the S will be capitalized. Trafalgar Square. Now let's look at the 3 different types of common nouns. One is the basic common noun like the kind I mentioned to you, camera, phone, chair, etc. The second type of common noun is called a collective noun, where there is this group of things that are all similar and there are some unique names that are given to these groups and they're all different and some of them are very interesting. But let's take a few examples right now. A bevy of girls, a bunch of flowers, a pack of dogs, an army of caterpillars, a bale of turtles, a batch of cookies, a scurry of squirrels, or a crowd. A crowd is actually a group of people. And the third type of common noun is the idea. This one was something you couldn't touch and feel and therefore it's rightly called the abstract noun. It's abstract. We can't really understand it because it's not concrete. But let's take a few examples to see whether we can get an idea about this idea. Qualities like courage, wisdom, humility. Feelings like love, hatred. Actions like a smile, movement, creation, and situations such as famine, childhood, happiness. For example, the soldiers showed great patriotism and bravery at the war front. Heavy rains and flooding led to famine in the village. In these sentences, patriotism, bravery, famine are all abstract nouns. And soldiers, war front, rains, flooding and village are common nouns. Did you see the difference? You can see a soldier, you can see a village, but you can't see patriotism or bravery. So it's kind of abstract and that's why they are known as abstract nouns. And let me give you 1 or 2 more quick tricks to help you identify nouns in a sentence. Usually if there's an a, an or the in a sentence, then the word that follows this a, an or the is usually a noun like a cat, the horse, an apple. And the 5th hack is that usually if you're talking about quantities, so we're talking about some, few, many, then the word that follows this quantity word is also usually a noun. Like some children, many cookies, few clouds. And now it's quiz time. And now let's take a look at the solutions to quiz number 3. And now a huge shout out to the fastest 5 correct entries of quiz number 3. And if you want a shout out in our next video, make sure you've turned on the bell icon and the notifications on your phone, and that you're tuning in at 4 p.m. sharp on Tuesdays and Fridays. And now let's look forward to class number 5 and happy learning.